things that women want from a man and they will never admit. What they tell you they want and what they actually really want in a relationship, in a boyfriend, are two different things. Number one, she wants you to be busy and ignore her. Number two, she wants you to not be jealous. Number three, she wants you to have female friends because it shows that you are desirable, but she's the one who has you. Number four, she wants you to have an opinion and take fucking control. A man who takes charge is very attractive.
All right, so here's the thing. She's speaking pretty much facts, right? But here's the thing. The part that I really want to get into is the part where she says things that women want in a relationship, but they won't admit. Let me explain to you why they won't or they can't admit it. And this is not really to explain female nature or why women do what they do. This is literally just logic. I'm going to explain it from a logical, objective standpoint. Listen. The reason why a woman can't admit to wanting these particular type of things in a relationship is because these particular things have something to do with leadership. They have something to do with masculine energy. The reason why they can't admit or tell you that this is what they want from you is because once they tell you, it negates the leadership. You understand? It's like you going to your job and trying to tell your boss how to run the company. How is it going to look if your boss, he's been running the company for 20 years and then he hires you as a entry level employee and then he comes to you and say, hey, man, how do I run payroll? I have no idea what I'm doing. That would look crazy, wouldn't it? So that's the thing. The reason why women won't or can't admit certain things in relationship is because once they tell you, once they give you the suggestion, then you are not 100% leader. And in the mind of the female, subconsciously, she loses faith and she loses respect and trust in your ability to lead the relationship. This is why so many times, right? A lot of guys don't even realize this, but this is why on a logical, psychological, and logical level, right? A lot of men make the mistake of asking a woman where she wants to eat. The truth is that she wants you to choose. She wants you to be the leader. She wants you to be the man and to make a choice and to have a plan for us to go out to eat tonight. You asking her puts her in a position where she feels that she's going to be responsible. And if she's responsible, then that takes away from your leadership. That takes away from your ability to lead. That takes away from your ability to make a choice, make a plan, and to follow through, and for her to learn how to trust in your leadership. Once you ask the woman a question and she gives you the suggestion, now the suggestion and the evening and everything that happens from that point on is on her. So if the evening doesn't go right, it's on her. If something goes wrong, it's on her. And women don't, truthfully, you got a lot of these quote unquote boss bitches running around, but truthfully, the real woman, the real female woman, right? The feminine woman does not want that much responsibility in any situation. OK, the truth is she does not want that responsibility. The reason why the woman cannot tell you straight answers, the reason why the woman is so indecisive, the reason why the woman never know what she wants to eat is because, again, logically, once she tells you or gives you a suggestion, then you're not the one actually leading at that point. And psychologically, the fact that you're not the one leading at that point makes her not trust in your leadership. And when a woman cannot trust in your leadership, when a woman cannot be at rest, when a woman cannot get into her quote unquote soft life, right? When a woman cannot get into her feminine character, into her feminine identity, right? When she cannot really rest in that, it makes her uneasy. OK, so this is ultimately why women want these things in relationship. But if she has to tell you, then it negates your leadership. It negates you taking charge. It negates your masculine identity. You understand? It negates you fully embracing who you are as a man. Because check this out. Embracing who you are as a man means that you have pride in your ideas. You know the value of your thoughts. You know how important it is and how beautiful it is when you make decisions. Why? Because your life is already dope, right? You're already eating at nice restaurants. You're already taking yourself to nice places. You're already wearing nice clothes. You already know how to speak, how to talk, and how to interact with people in a sophisticated, classy way because you are the guy. OK, so once you start taking suggestions and instruction sometimes from your woman, it negates all of those things in the mind of the female. So you have to be careful. This is why we tell you guys, have a masculine identity, design your own program, have a program before you even meet the woman. You have to already be at that point. You have to have a strong masculine identity and you have to embrace who you are as a man. So once you meet the woman, you can tell her what it is and she can fall back and be feminine and follow your lead. And the more you show her, hey, I know exactly what I'm doing, is the more she can trust you. And the more she sees your vision is the more she can be a helpmate and an asset and an enhancement to your vision and your journey. Okay, so that's what it's really about. But I'm gonna get into the things that she actually talked about one by one and just kind of explain them real quick. So she talked about being busy. Again, as a man, if you are leveling up, if you are always being the best version of yourself, you got to be busy because you got to be working on stuff. You got to be working on your business. You got to be working on your career. You got to be at the gym. You got to be making sure you're eating right. You got to be taking care of yourself. So that requires time. So you got to be busy. You understand? If you're all up under her, if you're always calling her, always on the phone with her, then what are you doing for your own life as a man? So you need to be busy. But again, a woman can't tell you this. You have to already have this in place. Another thing she spoke about was do not be jealous, right? Don't be jealous. Now, here's how I interpret that. In my mind, I'm the type of guy that if I'm dealing with a woman, I don't care about what she's doing outside of anything that we agree to. So if we have date night Thursday night at 7 p.m., then that is what she has to agree to. The only time I will question her or even think about anything outside of our agreement is if she flakes on date night Thursday night, 7 p.m. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that means if we've established certain consistencies in our relationship, the only thing I'm focused on as a man and as a leader of the relationship is those consistencies that we've established and that we both agree to. You understand? So that means those things that we've put into place, she is totally beholden to them. She's submitting to them, and she understands that I'm the leader of those situations that we agreed upon. And now, the only time there's an objection is when she flakes or if she comes up short in fulfilling those requirements that we've both agreed upon. You understand? Now, with that being said, I don't even have time to be jealous. I'm just looking at the fact that she's not holding up to her end of the bargain, and then she gets charged to the game or demoted. You understand? It has nothing to do with me being jealous, because here's the thing. I'm not going to sit there and ask her, well, why didn't you show up to date night? Why are you late all of a sudden? Why are these things happening? No, you're just going to just fall back into the crowd gradually. You're just going to charge yourself to the game. So I'm not a jealous guy, but I'm very serious about my time. I'm very serious about my obligations, my responsibilities, and anything that I have set for my program. You understand? So the thing is, when women say they don't really like a jealous man, what they're really saying is they like a focused man, a man who is focused on himself and his priorities and his program. A man who's focused on himself, his priorities, and his program doesn't have time to be jealous. A man who's focused on all those things is not going to even worry about what she may or may not be doing outside of him, because when she starts to obstruct what's going on within the relationship, she's going to automatically charge herself to the game. So he doesn't have to worry about whatever she might be doing, because once she starts to mess up, she starts to fade to the back anyway and allow room for a different and better woman to take her place. Okay. Like I said in other videos, that when a woman ghosts or rejects or whatever, she's not rejecting you. What she's doing is she's basically rejecting herself from the opportunity to mess with you. She's basically creating room for you to receive a more compatible and a better opportunity from a more compatible and better woman. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't ever really have to be jealous, because I'm not worried about what you might be doing. I don't care. Just make sure you're taking care of what we agreed upon. You understand? I'm not going to hire no private investigator to find out why and this and that. Again, it doesn't matter why. It only matters that. She also talks about a man having female friends. And here's the thing. I'm not really keen on having female friends. Now, if I have a woman in my business network that I make money with, so be it. If I have a woman that, you know, maybe we grew up together and we from the old neighborhood and so on and so forth, and we just never got to that point, fine, so be it. You understand? This is what I think she really means. I think that as a man, it's not about having female friends, but as a man, you should have the ability to make a woman smile. You should have the ability to flirt innocently. You should have the ability to speak to women in a charming manner, so she can see women laughing and joking and being happy to be in your presence. So it's not really about having female friends per se. It's about her being able to see that you still know how to deal with women, even after you've been with your girl for a certain amount of time. You understand? You still need to have a certain level of charm. You still need to have a certain level of awareness so you can still interact with women in a charming and masculine way. So when she sees that women enjoy your company, she feels a little bit more special because she knows, like she said in the video, that she knows that she's the one that has you. She knows that even though you know, chilling in the spot and you making all these women laugh and have a good time, she knows that at the end of the night, she's going home with you. So she feels just a little bit more special. So you have to maintain your ability to interact with women in a positive, charismatic, and masculine way to affect women in a positive way. And then the last thing she spoke about was taking control and how attractive that is to a woman when a man knows how to take control, which pretty much goes back to the overall topic where it's that a woman doesn't want to have to tell you. Have you ever heard a woman say this? Well, I shouldn't have to tell you. You should just know. See, it's not really that a woman wants you to read her mind. What a woman really wants is she wants a man that knows himself so much that he takes charge and influences her mind. Have you ever been in a situation where you suggested or ordered food for a woman, and when she tastes the food, she's like, man, the food you ordered actually tastes better than what I would have ordered, I'm sure. Because I've had what I would have ordered already, but this actually tastes better. And then the woman is happy that you even introduced her to something new, right? And that's happened to me many times, but that's because I'm a man who I have a masculine identity. I embrace who I am as a man, and I take charge and I have a plan. Before I get into any situation with a woman, I have a plan. I know how I want things to go. And that's what makes me attractive to the woman, because I'm not controlling or manipulating her. What I'm doing is I'm taking control of not the woman, but of the situation. And as she sees me take control of the situation, I begin to influence her mind. The reason why I influence her mind is because she begins to trust my decision making. She begins to trust the control that I have over the situation, because the control that I have over the situation indicates that I know what I'm doing. It indicates that I have a plan. It indicates that I'm trustworthy. It indicates that I'm confident. And so that influences her mind in a certain type of way that it makes me more attractive in her eyes, because she can now relax and I can do all the heavy lifting, make all the choices, and she can relax and follow my lead and be influenced by my decision making and my masculine presence and my masculine identity. And ultimately, that's what every woman actually wants. All right. And the thing is, like I said, if you know what you're doing and you know your plan and you have a vision, the woman starts to figure out how she can help to enhance that vision. She figures out how to become an asset to your journey because she sees where you're going. And now that she sees where you're going, then she can start to figure out, based on who she is, how she can add to your journey and to your plan and to your program. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. I hope you got something from this video. I hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.